What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we are going to talk about this ACTBEST Core 2.0 electric bicycle. So we're going to talk about the different versions available, the features of this bike, assembly, testing, pros, cons, what I think of it overall. And you can subscribe to my channel, Carry On Your Day. There's a link below if you want to get more information, and code Tiberius will save you a few bucks on anything you buy from the ACTBEST website. Let's get right into it. So this bike is available in 7 different colors. As you can see, I went with white. There's a step through or a step over design, whatever is easier for you. I went with the step through just in case my wife or my daughter or even my son want to ride this bike. It's a little easier for shorter folks. I would classify this bike as a solid, affordable commuter bike. Like for sub 600 bucks, you get a bike that goes 28 miles per hour, has a 1200 watt motor, 350 pound capacity, and up to a 55-mile range, or all for sub 600 bucks. So good value there. If this isn't your jam, obviously ACTBEST has a bunch of different bikes. They have like 20 different bikes, different styles, different price ranges, wide selection. The one that caught my eye, they have a bike just very similar to this for $799 that has up to a 100-mile range. I almost said 1,000. Up to a 100-mile range. Now that's really solid range. Starting at the front, the tire is a 26x2 tire. So this bike is going to be solid for pavement, maybe some hard-packed dirt roads. Definitely pavement. The fender and the fairly bright light do come with it, so if you're riding at night. The front forks is an adjustable suspension, so you can do some basic adjusting if you want. Front and rear manual disc brake. The handlebars kind of have a beach cruiser kind of vibe to them. I think they look cool, and they're definitely very comfortable. The gears, Shimano gears, seven gears, pretty standard on these electric bikes. I left it on gear 7 the entire time, never took it off. It was just fine on gear 7. Of course, the height of the handlebars, just like the height of the seat, is adjustable for different heights. The throttle's right here on your right side. Simply push it down, makes the bike go. And then I added this very inexpensive Amazon phone holder. It was only like 10 bucks. I'll put a link down below if you want to get it. It's okay. It's not great, but for 10 bucks, like, who cares? The frame on the bike is pretty decent. It's made from alloy, has pretty good welds on it, no issues there. Weight on this entire bike without the accessories I added is 62 pounds. Another small thing they added that I really like is this wire management. It just kind of cleans up the wires and less likely to get snagged on anything. I appreciate that. All right, let's move over to the controls and the screen, because that's an important part of the e-bike. The buttons are very simple. You have an up-down that lets you go through the 6 different speed levels from 0 to 5. The top button is going to be your power to turn it on and off. And then the bottom button is a light, and it also will scroll through the different modes in the screen that I'm about to show you. On the bottom of it, there's another button, that's the horn. I'm not going to show you the horn right now because it's 6:30 in the morning, and I don't want to make everybody mad. Maybe I'll roll in some B-roll footage of me hitting the horn later today. All right, sliding on over to the screen. The top has your battery indicator to let you know how much battery you have left. Underneath that is going to be the miles per hour you're currently traveling. That big number there, I'll scroll up and down, you can see is going to be your speed level from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The information on the bottom, when you turn it on, it defaults to your trip odometer. If you hit the button that turns the light on, that's going to switch to your time riding, the power currently being used, and then the complete odometer. And as you see, I have 65 miles on this bike so far that we'll talk about here in a second. As far as the different speed levels, this bike on level 0 is pure manual pedal. That's pretty common with e-bikes. And all e-bikes are somewhat difficult to pedal on speed 0. It's doable, but it's going to take you a lot of effort. When you're on speed 1 and you're not pedaling, so the higher the number, the more power the bike provides. When you're on speed 1 and not pedaling, the bike's going to go around 8, 9 miles an hour. Speed 2 is going to be somewhere around 14 miles an hour. Speed 3 is 20-ish. Speed 4 is 24, and then speed 5 is 28 miles an hour. Now, I was trying to record this already, but my road is not very long, so it was very hard for me to get up to 28 miles an hour on this short road. I think I get up to 27, so you'll have to take my word that it does get up to 28 miles per hour. Or maybe I'll go for a long ride after this. And anyway, My favorite feature on the bike is cruise control. So when you hold down this throttle for like 10 seconds, it's going to lock in the speed that you're going. You know it's cruise control's on because on the screen you get these two little wheel icons, and I love cruise control. I use cruise control in my car all of the time. Every single time I take a ride, I love cruise. By far my favorite feature on the bike. Cruising down the road for a little bit, that cruise control kicks on, locks in the speed. You can let go of the throttle and just keep on cruising down the road. And my two previous e-bikes didn't have that feature. By far my favorite feature. Switching over to the battery. It comes with a set of keys, obviously. You take the keys out so the battery's locked in place so no one takes it. So to take the battery out, you just unlock it with the keys, and then there's a separate release on the battery because when you unlock it, you don't want the battery just to fall out, obviously. So you take the battery out. Obviously, it also does come with the charger. The battery is a 48-volt battery. It takes about 7 hours for that battery to recharge. Then if you're using throttle only, you're going to get somewhere around 40 miles. If you're using throttle and pedal assist, you're going to be somewhere around 55 miles. I find the seat pretty comfy, good amount of padding, especially for a budget-friendly bike. Again, the seat height is adjustable. They're rated between 5'3" and 6'2". My son, hopefully that plane is not too loud going overhead there. We'll give it a second. All right, what I was saying is my son is exactly 5 feet. He lowered the seat all the way down and he could ride this bike no problem. He actually raised the seat up a little and he was still good to go, if that helps you out. Decent little kickstand on this side of the bike here. The other side is your chain, the 7 gears. The rear hub motor that I already talked about is 1200 watts. Now the rack on the back of the bike comes with it. This basket that you see does not come. Again, I bought this off Amazon. Pretty inexpensive. It was like 30 bucks or something like that, 30 something bucks. I'll put a link down below. It's a decent little basket. It's okay. But the frame does come with it, and this allows you to mount a bunch of different things. Also does have a rear brake light for safety. That already comes on there as well. Now, like most e-bike companies, there's a lot of accessories available from ACTBEST if you choose to get them. So you have some mirrors to see behind you. You have a much nicer aluminum cell phone mount, a larger, more padded seat, saddlebags. The front basket I kind of dig. There's mounting spots right here in the front for that front basket built in, and it kind of looks like the Wicked Witch of the West, but I want the more storage on it, so I think I'm going to order the front basket here eventually. They have a rear basket that comes with a lock. They sell additional locks. There's a pet basket. You get it. There's a whole bunch of accessories that you can get with it, so consider those accessories. I wanted to talk about assembly because this is the 4th e-bike I've assembled. I had 2 and my son's. This was extremely easy. Like, it comes pre-assembled a lot more than my previous ones. You got to put the front tire on, which is super easy. Screw the handlebars in, screw down the controls and the screen. They're already on there. You just got to tighten them down. The rear frame gets screwed in. That's just 4 screws. And then the pedals get screwed in. And I think that's it, but it was extremely easy. Does come with a manual, comes with a tire inflator, comes with this lock. I didn't love the manual. I don't love any manuals. I'm a guy, but the video on the website and how to install it is super easy. I watched that video. I'm like, oh, I don't even need a manual. This is simple. So I wanted to call that out. Finally, testing. As you saw, I just hit 65 miles on this bike. Most of it was short. There was a lot of short local trips. Like, we have a beach in our neighborhood we go to a lot, and my son just bought his really awesome e-bike, so we took those out for a lot of trips because we were both excited that we got new e-bikes. 2 of the longer trips we took one to our local town beach here. That was 10 miles round trip, and there was some music playing, and we took the bikes there and we hung out and we listened to music. We went swimming. It was a really cool trip. That was 10. The other one my son and I did, we took a 24-mile trip in one day. We took the ferry from here in Rhode Island over to Block Island. And if you're ever in Rhode Island, go check out Block Island because Block Island is just dope. So anyway, we cruised around Block Island for the day. We ate, we went shopping, we went to both lighthouses in Block Island, we went to New Harbor, Old Harbor, we cruised all around. And I mention it because as we were cruising around Block Island, it was a total of 18 miles. And I left it on level 3 the entire time, and I pedaled 99% of the time. It was all pedal assist. And when we got back to the ferry, after those 18 miles, I was still on battery level 5. So on the way home, driving home from the ferry to the house is about 6 miles. I said, okay, let's kick up the speed, and I'm tired of pedaling. So the last 6 miles was pure throttle on speed 5. By the time I got home, we went from 5 batteries down to 2. So again, that 5 might have been just barely 5, and 2 might have been fully full on that section there. But a total of 24 miles that day, and yeah, that was a really, really good day. All right, biggest pro for me is the cruise control. I love the cruise control. I don't think I'll ever buy another e-bike without that. Being able to just to let go of the cruise and, you know, take your hands off the handlebars if you want and just cruise down the street is dope. I think they nailed the cost for the value. Like, you get what you pay for everything in life. But if you're looking for a high value bike, this should definitely be considered. The key specs, you know, the power, the battery range, the capacity, all that stuff for the money is very good. They have a couple different colors, 7 different colors, which is good. The step through, the step over, and the 100-mile range I found amazing. Like 100 miles on an e-bike, up to 100 miles is fantastic. As far as things I would change, there's nothing I would change. If I was gonna make an affordable commuter cruiser type bike, this is kind of what I would make. I personally prefer the look of the fat tire bikes, like my son's bike. I'm sure I've rolled in some footage of it already, but he has like a cafe racer style bike. It's from Q Life with big fat tires, and I think his bike looks so darn cool. This bike is designed to be a commuter bike, not designed to be a fat tire off-road bike. I get it. And they have a very similar bike called the Ranger that has the 26x4 fat tires that looks really cool. If you want something for off-road, they do have it available. I say all that just to say that there's a lot of good options out there, and you get what you pay for, absolutely. All right, I think that's all I have to talk about on this bike. Thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you to ACTBEST for supporting the channel. If you think I deserve it, please subscribe to the channel. Be good and stay blessed.